All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Thursday, June 20th. Set today by Paul. Let's see what Paul has for us. Drop is put into drink. Well, I think that is important. Now, there is that French yellow drink pastis, but I don't think it's going to be passed for drop. No. No, I think IS is going to be put inside a four-letter drink, and it's going to mean drop. But I'm not seeing anything. Let's try some downs. Section in contract withdrawn. Is it a hidden clue within contract withdrawn? I don't see that. That W at the start of withdrawn makes it unlikely after the CT. Act with, I don't think that's a section. No, remove, untidy, vegetation. Well, I think you would call untidy vegetation scrub, which can mean to remove. I'm sure there's other words that would fit in there, but we will try that for now. Ooh, so then my is might be here. Drop. Yeah, I think we'll wait and see later if we get some more letters. Insolence shown after performance. Congress let it go. Ooh. I'm wondering if let it go could be the definition. Yeah, insolence shown after performance. Performance could be act. I mean, maybe Congress is part of the definition. Act something. Let it go. No. Not seeing it. Short investigation into fruit served up for a piece of cake. Well, I'm thinking a piece of cake is the definition in the sense of something that's easy to do. Yeah, and I think we're going to put a short word for investigation into some fruit backwards, served up. Something like no trouble. Oh, if it is no worries. If it is no, I'm wondering about melon or lemon. So it would end in mel or lem. No problem. Yeah. Piece of cake, no problem. And so what is the short? An investigation is a probe, and it's short of its final letter. All right. String runs through pipes. I'm thinking here the definition is going to be string, and we're going to put a single run in cricket. The abbreviation is R. We might have double R since it's runs, but I think it could also just be a single R. Going through. Now, the funny thing is, pipes is a plural word, but string, if that is the definition, is singular. But maybe it's pipes as in a singing voice, voice plus R. Does that mean string? I don't see it. I was going to go to the crosses again, but I'm intrigued by this one, mainly because it doesn't start with a capital letter, but one in between asterisks and flight. So I think flight is the definition, which could be a flight you take in an aircraft, or it could be a flight of stairs. Oh, it could also be escape. flight from Egypt. And then I think the asterisk one asterisk is going to be some clever. Yes, something. Ah, yes. I was thinking the one might end up being an I, and then you put it between some word for those asterisks, which of course some people call stars, and then you get stairs. So it is a flight of stairs. All right, one more down, just because this is another one that goes around the houses. Average postcard, unnecessary, then. Could it be a phrase that means average, and then playfully or punningly it suggests you postcard unnecessary, then. Yeah. I don't know what that would indicate. Usually you send a postcard when you're on holiday. So if it's something like a holiday at home, like a staycation, no, not saying it. All right, let's go back to the crosses. Oxygen fueled lifting device found after little time, not long. I think not long will be the definition, but the question mark makes me think it's not as in long, not long time wise. Yeah, I'm not sure, but a little time, I'm thinking it's going to start with a T. Oxygen fueled, I think that might mean we're going to find a word for a lifting device, or like a crane maybe, and put an O inside it. Well, it's not crane. Oh, unless it's crane. Well, but it wouldn't be TCR. What else is a lifting device? And where are we going to put the O? I suppose after the N. Could it be KN? Oh, it could be ON. Not long. No, not seeing it. A gentleman sent back in exchange for lawyer. Well, the main words for lawyer in Britain are solicitor and barrister. And barrister fits the letters we have. Yeah, the gentleman is a sir, and that is reversed inside of barter, which is exchange. All right, excitable, somewhat touchy, perhaps. All right, sometimes, somewhat, sometimes indicates a hidden clue. And so starting with the H in touchy, we have hyper. All right, here's another multi-part. Corner insert fit for pocketed item. Well, I notice that corner insert has 12 letters and our answer has 12. Or so fit might be telling us to anagram those letters or make them fit. For something, a pocketed item. The question mark makes me think there's something funny going on here. Immediately thinking of something like a snooker ball, but obviously not that. We do have a B. Oh, all right, so it's not an anagram of corner insert. Assuming scrub is right, which I wasn't 100% sure on that. Corner insert fit for pocketed item, something watch. Oh no, something going to be that 5-letter with the B in the middle is the second word. No, not saying it. Cook tries open sandwich. Well, cook is an anagram indicator. So tries open is 9 letters. I don't think it's going to be a sandwich you eat. I think it's going to be the verb to sandwich. I'm seeing we have inter. Let's try the anagram helper. I'm very lazy today. Let's see what letters are left over. Yeah, interpose. There we go. To interpose is to insert one thing between some other things, so that would mean sandwich, yeah. It becomes more peaceful for wild animals. It becomes more peaceful. I don't know. I presume it's because it's a plural. Looks like that is going to be some wild animals. Yeah, what could be an anagram of animals? And the definition is it becomes more peaceful. Yes, maybe. Something like becomes, but yeah, not quite sure about that. Hands down back of settee, a number of items not quite retrieved, unknown quantity. Well, the first part of the clue definitely seems like wordplay. Or maybe it's hands down. Something like totally or something. Back of settee would be the E. A number of items not quite retrieved. Is retrieved telling us to write it backwards, but not quite? Maybe we leave out one letter. And then, yeah, I was thinking first it was going to be an unknown quantity, but no, I think now that's part of the word play, which would be a Y. So hands down. Not seeing it. Leader in Russian, preserved by a paper, still. Well, the leader in Russian, it would be the letter R, and preserved are surrounded by a paper, and it's going to mean still. Well, just because of that R, I was thinking at rest, and so I think, not have immediately thought of a paper as being a synonym for a test, but it definitely is. All right. A cruciverbalist residing in Split given new identity. Well, a cruciverbalist is it someone who makes crosswords or someone who solves them or both? And that resides in Split, given new identity. Because the M, I'm thinking given new identity could be renamed. But how does the word play? A cruciv. Oh, well, Paul is referring to himself, so it's A, and then cruciverbalist is B. But then that's residing in, yes, to split is to rend, to tear. That's clever. Traveling in car, thunderous. If so, what's up? I think it might be a phrase for what's up. Maybe it starts with, no, I was going to say an anagram of in car. What's thunderous doing? Yeah, I'm not getting it. Oh, let's go back to the Downs. Let me just look at my average. Yeah, not seeing anything. Okay, cock up, over character, without children. Well, because cock up is over, that seems like wordplay. I know without can be used in wordplay to mean one word goes outside of another, but I'm thinking the definition is without children. But something issue. Yeah, character could be a letter, glyph, symbol. It could be an actual name of a letter, like a Greek letter. Nope. As requested, 19 down, which we don't have, pulled up. I think it's going to mean as requested. Surely the first word is to. Well, let's try 19 down. Edible, plant, a food, under review, originally. Okay, well, I think under review originally is just referring to that first R. And so I presume we're going to put a 5-letter food, or maybe A plus a 5-letter food, and we're going to get an edible. Oh, yes. Just thought of radish, which is a dish. There we go. So now, as requested, 19. Oh, radish pulled up. I wonder if it can be something to do with uproot, or I do remember pulling up radishes in our back garden growing up. As requested. No, not seeing it. Follow, communist, gentle pace. Communist is usually red, so could it be a short word for follow? And then it's going to mean gentle pace. Follow can be dog, but I don't know. Oh, a dog? Maybe there is a. Oh, I think there might be dog trot. That's rings some bells. Let me pause and check that. I can see a trot being short for a Trotskyite. Yes, a dog trot is a steady trot like that of a dog. Well, of course it is. All right. Yeah, that's a word I've probably heard years ago, but not recently. Pants, where fire breaks out in lying. Well, that's a very good surface because, of course, liar, liar, pants on fire. But I wonder if it could be the other kind of pants as a verb. Breathes, gasps. Pants, of course, is also English slang for something that's bad. It is pants. But where fire breaks out in lying, yeah, I'm wondering if maybe something goes inside of fib or tail. No, not seeing it. All right, that was our traveling in something. If so, what's up? No, bump on the rear sounded little accident. So I know in England a small accident can be called a prang, And so the rear letter of bump is a P. And I think if a bell, for example, sounded, then it rang. But I think it can be any noise rang out. So there we go. Hunter with shaved head, one might be bald. Ooh, just if the definition is one might be bald, I'm thinking of an eagle. And is that a beagle? Is a beagle considered a hunting dog? And with its head or first letter shaved off, it becomes an eagle. Well, it makes sense to me. All right, shame. Miserable clothing is being worn by husband. Well, here it's the last part of the clue seems like wordplay. Some miserable clothing. I don't think it's an anagram of clothing, but something for some word for tatters or something like that is going to be worn or is, yeah, it's going to have an H for husband inside it. And it's going to mean shame. Oh, I'm immediately thinking of dishonor would be shame, just from thinking the H is likely to follow the S. But then we have, how do we have miserable clothing is being worn? Well, we do have an is, but I don't think that's it. I think it's Disonnour. Yeah, I'm not sure now about this shame. Let's go on. Oh, here was our corner. We have no more letters for that. And balance at the limits, having sex on your bike. I think the definition is going to be on your bike, which is, again, British slang for get a move on, get out of here on your bike. Norman Tebbit, of course. Balance at the limits might be B and E. And then, oh, sex can be it, as in, have you done it yet? Could it be beat it? That would certainly be B and E. But then does the at come from just the word at? That's same because the limits, I think, is referring back to balance. So it's a little odd if I'm reading this right, which I rarely am. But yeah, if that stays in, we'll have to rely on 15 squared explaining it to us. Now, do those letters help? Well, surely this is about average. The 14 looks like the 7-letter word might be an ing. Average. Something like hitting it. Something about. There's a lot of it about. Postcard unnecessary then. Yeah, not seeing it. Where to? Oh, let's look at our insolence, Congress, let it go. Well, thankfully this one is in order, 4, 5, and 23. I'm thinking 5 down is other. Turn the other cheek. Ah, yes, if you let something go, you turn the other cheek. Oh, that K should be helpful, and the C as well. Um, a performance can be a turn. Oh, cheek is insolence. Oh, Congress is a synonym for sex, which is then popularly known as the other. So Paul has sex on his mind today. Yeah, so this is either going to be TWO or TOO. If it's a W, then is that part of the lifting device? Oh, a winch. Ah, so not long, I suppose, would be 2 inch. Um, it seems a little random as an answer. You know, it could be any length, really, right? Is there a specific meaning of 2 inch? Anyway, now our string runs through pipes. Well, we have one of the R, or we have an R for runs. Let me pause and think about what vowel is going to come between the H and the R. Well, I had to resort to wordplays.com because nothing was coming to me that could mean string. I'm thinking a piece of twine. But I think the answer is actually horses. And yes, I suppose a string can be a group of horses that you own. And so the pipes are hoses. All right. Now our hands down begins with E, which, yeah, makes sense. Back of settee. A number of items, not quite. Retrieved. Hands down. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Let me pause and think about the second letter for that. Ah, okay, it is easily. And so I think, so if you win something hands down or something is hands down the best, it's easily the best. I think A is simply A, and then number of items is a list, but it's not quite. It's only LIS, and it is backwards. That's what retrieved means here. All right. Now our cock up over character without children. Oh, I'm wondering if it could be sans. I'm wondering if maybe that's used in legal terminology, maybe in a will without something, without children. Yeah, I'm not sure what that phrase is. So I'm going to have to use word plays for this. All right, it is a Latin phrase. Sine, is that how you pronounce it? Not in Irish, sine. And then prole. Okay, so let's see. A cock up over character. I'm wondering if. Oh, okay. Oh my, yes, Paul is working blue today. So it's cock, penis up or reversed. And that goes if you play a character in a film or a play, you're playing a role. And so, yeah, that's a phrase I was not familiar with. I'm sure a lot of people will be in the same boat today. And yeah, to get it from the wordplay, yeah, you really have to get into Paul's mind. And I think we know what kind of mind it is now. All right, I thought the K might be useful. Oh, maybe it is a snooker table. Oh, yes. Well, I was thinking of the ball and I couldn't get that to work with the B, obviously. Um, Corner insert. So I think it's just a cryptic definition of a snooker table. I don't think there's any wordplay to give us the letters. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, now we're traveling in car, thunderous. If so, what's up? Something cloud, something crowd. Yeah, not getting that. How about our pants, where fire breaks out in lying? Uh, no, not seeing anything for that. For this one, I am seeing a two-word phrase that means as requested, which would be to order. But how does this mean? Oh my goodness, that is very clever. Backwards, it is red root, and a radish is a red root. Now, I don't know if that's another name for it, because I'm sure radish probably derives, well, I shouldn't say things like this without checking, but maybe from the same root as red. Let me pause and look that up. No, it's nothing to do with its red color. It comes from Middle English, radish from Late Old English, which ultimately comes from the Latin radix. And I should know that because radical, I think, is someone who wants to get back to the roots. Anyway, so I didn't see if red root is another name, but it certainly describes a radish. So now this does look like being cloud, which certainly could be thunderous. Rain cloud. Ooh, which we do have an anagram. Ah, yes. So RAINC is an anagram or traveling in car. Thunderous applause is loud applause. And I suppose, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how the definition part is working, other than if you have a rain cloud, it's up. Yeah, that one I'm going to make a little note to check 15 squared and see how that comes about. Now our pants, where fire breaks out in lying. Oh, I'm going to resort to word plays and see what words fit that. I'm sure there's a lot of them. It's a very common pattern. Ah, yes. And of course, in England, pants can mean your underwear. And so the answer is briefs. And fire breaks out means anagram fire, and put it in BS, which I suppose is one way to describe lying. All right. Now our average. Something no, something something about. Getting no, letting no, batting no, sitting. It could be something to. Yeah, not seeing it. How about our drop is put into drink? No, but this looks gettable. Section in contract. Oh, maybe it means withdrawn. Yeah, I'm not seeing withdrawn. could be as a past tense verb, or it could be as an adjective, somebody who is shy, withdrawn. I think I'm going to have to use 15 squared for this one. I think it is of the likely words debited. So withdrawn from your account, something has been debited. And the contract is a deed, and the section is a bit. All right, so now, of course, I'm not 100% sure that but drop. Oh, in fact, I'm thinking, I know, sorry, is put into drink. Yeah, not seeing it. Let me, again, I hate having to go back to word plays, but other than dispel, to drop in, and then what's a four-letter drink beginning with D? Yeah, not seeing it. Yeah, it's not the name of a drink, it's the verb to drink is to down, and disown, I suppose, is to drop somebody. All right. Ooh, so we do at least have white or right, I'm thinking. Or while. Let me pause and think about it. Yeah, I just started thinking of what's a phrase to mean average. And I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but nothing to write home about, of course. And that's why there would be no need for a postcard. All right, just the one left. It becomes more peaceful for wild animals. Ah, yes, this is clever. If the din goes, then it becomes more peaceful. All right, let's check all. Did anything drop out? No, looks like we're good. All right, let's head over to 15 squared. All right, today's blog is by Eileen, and she has quite a lot to say because she originally wrote that she wasn't too happy about this, and I'm no prude, but there must be a record number of salacious clues, which can become tedious. Yeah, I wouldn't say tedious, but I did think it was notable. However, Eileen then added later that she wrote up this blog and then came back later, having had some sleep and feeling less grumpy. Well, we're all human, and so I understand that. And she liked it better the second time around. There we go. All right, I think I followed most of the acrosses until we get to the 20s. So 22, an anagram of in car plus loud. Yeah, I'm just still not sure on if so, what's up. I suppose, yeah, if it's thunderous, then there must be a rain cloud. All right, I think I get it now. 26. Yeah, just wanted to check it is a beagle. Oh, yeah, and I never went back to dishonor to check why that was right, but dour, or dour, I think some people say, but I always say dour, miserable, which is clothing is, and that's all around H. And good old KVA is always in the comments giving the correct parsing. Then 29. So the at is not this at, so that's what was confusing me. But having sex is at it. All right. And then, yeah, I think I didn't make a note of any downs that I needed parsing. Okay, oh, and there's a link for some interesting information, I suppose, about the liar liar. But yes, they're taboos, slang word. Let's see. It was a toughie. Yeah. Okay. Don't know what that was about, but they must have had something. All right. Anyway, nothing to write home about. Yeah. So yeah, all in all, I think it was very enjoyable, and yeah, I got through it fairly quickly today. Had to use wordplays.com, but didn't have to use the reveal button at all. So that's a win in my book. Anyway, thank you as always for watching, and have a great day.